Hello. Something I've been doing a lot of, uh, very consciously recently is trying to remember to constantly zoom out because I found in many situations when I find that things are out of control and unmanageable, it's because I'm so zoomed in to such a small thing that I just can't keep up. When I was in film school, one of my first assignments was like just play with perspective and do like different shots. And one of mine was this ant really close up and then farther away. And when it's close up and you follow it, you're like you're watching it walk and run. Like it looks like a fast speed chase. Like it really looks like the ant is going like really, really fast. But then you see it in context and see how just little ground it's covering. Like when you zoom out, you can see a fuller picture of what's actually happening and what's actually being accomplished when you do things. Because maybe for that ant, from that ant's perspective, it was going fast, like it was going a far distance. But to us, in our perspective, when we're so much bigger, we can see that they're not really going very far at all. Like if that ant is in a rush, its hurry doesn't really matter. We can see. So why does the same not apply to us? When you when we have our issues in our face and they are like from our perspective they're so real, but when you take a perspective past the individual, like the ego and like the stories that are only existing in that person's mind, and you see it zoomed out, it's very clear how imaginary so much of it is. I found that's what's been anchoring me a lot this last little while, is when I lose myself and like I can't find my way back. Like I remember, I'm probably zoomed out, remembering that like whatever I'm focusing on, like that's not the real issue. I'm never upset for the reasons I think. It's always something different. But it can't be dealt with when the only thing you're thinking about is the problem itself. It's just like you're living a GIF, just the same arguments in a cycle again and again and again and again. Because that's the only thing in front of you, that's the only thing you can see. You need to be able to zoom out. When you've taken a step back, I'll speak for myself, you'll find that everything that you're really worried about or you think you're worried about are not real problems. You just want things to be different than the way they are. You think you can control what's happening. And you really, really can't. We're already in the end game. It's already happened. What we can control is how we feel about it. Like if someone's making spaghetti for dinner and you really don't want spaghetti, like you really wish you could go out and have pizza. If you spend that whole day being like, man, I really want a pizza, I really want a pizza, knowing it's not going to happen, you're going to get home with the only thoughts being, man, I wish this was pizza. Like, why couldn't they have listened to me? Weren't they listening? I said I wanted pizza, and they're making spaghetti. You can accept that it's spaghetti night. You can say, hey, pizza can come another time. There will be more meals. Maybe I should pick up some bread to go with the spaghetti that I know I'm going to have. You can contribute to what you know is true and you know is real. You can add on to it. When we spend our days in our heads complaining about the world that like we wish we had, the lives we wish we had, like I better be able to get like my life will be fine when this and this happens. That's nothing is happening. You are wasting times with things that will not happen. You are existing in an imaginary world, and that is just you can spend your time doing whatever you want, but from my perspective, that is time wasted. That is time that could be spent doing good, being loving, enjoying your friends, enjoying the moment, enjoying what's happening, participating in life. When you really look at it, when you really look at all of your problems and you don't just assume you know what's wrong, like if you act like a child to like all of your problems in life and say, well, why is this bad? Like, why is this thing happening to me bad? And then keep asking, well, why is this happening? Then why is this happening? Then why is this happening? When you get down to it, very rarely, and I will say never, is the reason you have in your head right now the actual reason, if you were to really break it down. You are never upset for the reason you think. But we spend so much of our days upset and thinking about why we're upset and thinking about how if it were just a little different, things would be better. Like, have you ever like been cut off in traffic and then like you get real upset and you like start yelling at the guy and then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and like they genuinely apologize and they move on. Like you're still upset, and you might be like, "Well, they wronged me. They wronged me." No, they apologize for what they did. There's nothing more they could do. So there is another reason you are upset. What is that reason? And you can follow that train. You'll learn a lot if you do that, and you'll find out a lot of the time, most of the time, maybe all of the time, what you're upset about is the same thing, and it's something you've been running from for a long time, or you will refuse to acknowledge. And it's just going to continue to exist. Sometimes I'll have a bad day, and I'm just like, I'll just put in headphones all day to just drown out like my negative emotions, or like I'll be like, I'll put on TV and just watch that until I go to bed because like I'll wake up and it'll be a better day tomorrow. And yeah, I might wake up in a better mood, but fundamentally that problem is still there. Like the situation may be past or the situation may no longer be on my mind, but it was never really the situation that I was upset about. There was another thing that was allowing me to be upset that is the true cause of that. And that's still deep in here. And until that's confronted, it's just going to manifest in another way. And you'll call it different things. It'll look in your head, if it's unexamined, like it's this, and this. And if that is fixed, then everything will be perfect. Man, I've gotten what I wanted, what I thought I wanted so many times. And I'm sure you can relate. When you get what you wanted and it still doesn't make you happy, man, it's like you sink even deeper than you even thought you could. Like, it's worse than having the bad day because it's facing the reality that you seem to keep having again and again. The lesson you keep learning. You don't know what will make you truly happy. Because you keep trying and it doesn't work. We go against our instincts so often. And a lot of that's just fear. A lot of that's fear of failure or judgment or fear, ultimately. But we do know what we need when we shine a light on it. But, and especially in America, where I am, there's so many opportunities to just like ignore what's going on, always put it off until tomorrow, again, forever, only to find out the day you realize what you're really confronting, it's a problem you've had since third grade, maybe even earlier. And you just kept saying tomorrow, 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 and then your whole life passes you by. I mean, speaking with from my own experience, once you figure out what the issue is, it's kind of easy to fix. Like, it might be, it might seem like something that's impossible to you, but if you really want to be happy, you'll do anything to be happy. And then it's not really that much of an ask, whatever it is. It may seem like it from where you are right now, but when you zoom out and see how little you're really being asked to give, and how you're not actually being asked to give anything, you're being asked to remember what you already have. It's just so easy. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Peace.